Hello students. Now today let us do the word problems on LCM and HCF. It is based on the exercise 2.6 and this is going to be your homework. In the next page you are also given the homework which we have to do for the same date. And when you do classwork and homework, please see that you are writing the heading very clearly, whether it is classwork or homework. Mention the exercise from where you have done, mention the subtopic which you are choosing, and then when you start your homework, your heading should be homework. Alright, and also the date should be mentioned in your classwork and homework. Date which I am deciding for you, please make sure that you are putting the same date, because when you are sending the work in the Google Classroom, it becomes difficult for me to locate or find out that which day homework you have done and which day you have not done. So let us start. What is our first question? Write the smallest 3-digit number and express it as the product of prime number. Now we all know the smallest 3-digit number is 100. Alright, and we want to write it as a product of prime number. That means we need prime factorization of 100. Alright, and we all know 2, it will go by 2. So 2 50s are next 2 again, 25. Then we have 5 into 5. So this can be written as 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. So here we have done the prime factorization, which is the number which is written in the form of product of the prime numbers. Now come to the next question. Find the number which exactly divides the number this and this. Now we want a number which divides these two numbers. Now the very simple thing which we have to understand, that the number which exactly divides means we want factor. A number which divides this number also and this number also, and if we want, this means we want factor, and if we want factor, it means we want HCF. It cannot be LCM, that is multiple. So we want a highest common factor. So the number which exactly divides 276 and 1242 is HCF of 276 and 1242. So let us find out the HCF of both the number. And as I always say, that this method, that is division method, is always better for finding out the HCF, and it is 4 times it will go, and that is 1104. The remainder which we get is 138. Now that after you get the remainder, this will be carried over here, 276. It goes 2 times. That means the HCF, therefore HCF is 138. Therefore 276 and 1242 is exactly divisible by 138, which is the answer. Alright, so this is the answer which we were asked, that is, which is the number which divides both the number. So this and this is exactly divisible by 138. Now our next question is, find the smallest number which is exactly divisible by all these 4 numbers. Now the smallest number, here again we have to see the smallest number which is exactly divisible. Exactly divisible. यहाँ पे क्या था? The number which exactly divides. This was the number which exactly divides these two numbers. And here we can see we are asked to find out the number which is exactly divisible by all these four numbers. It means we want LCM. Number which is exactly divisible, it means we want a multiple. This we have to clearly understand. It means exactly divisible means we want a multiple, and multiple means LCM. So our answer is, it is LCM of 18, 36, 48 and 72. And let us learn how to find out LCM using division method. And the division method says that we have to write all the four numbers in this way. We will find out a common number which divides all the four numbers. And the number which divides all the four numbers, it may or may not be a prime number. So it's not necessary that we have to choose a prime number only. So if we divide it by 6, all the number will be divisible by 6. And we get 6 3s are 18, 6 6s are 36, 6 8s are 42 and 6 12s are 72. Now the next one is all will not go by a single number. And if all of them are not going by single number, we will have to choose. If four numbers are not going, we will have to find out if it is going, if there is any number which is common for at least three numbers. And we can very clearly see that this number and this number can be chosen if we want to divide it by 3. Or if we want to divide it by 2, these three numbers can be chosen. But we don't have a common factor for all the four. So we have to find out a common factor for at least three numbers. So 3 1s are, 3 2s are, 3 4s are. And this we did not do anything, so it will be left as it is. Now we know that all of them will be going by 2. So we have taken that. So here it is. Now our next number, again 3 are not going, but at least 2 numbers are going. So we will have to work out. Now there is not even 2 numbers which are having a common factor. 1 is always a common factor, so that we have to leave. That means what will be your LCM? LCM is 6 into 3 into 2 into 2 into 2, which becomes 6 into 3 2s are 6, 6 4s are 24. So 24, which means this is 144. It means the answer is 144 is the number which is exactly divisible by all these numbers 18, 36, 48 and 72. By all of them, this number is going to go. Now come to this question. Question says that find the smallest number which when divided by this leaves the remainder 4. A smallest number which is divided by this. That means we are talking about multiple, which when divided by. A number which when divided by this. That means we are talking about the multiple, and multiple means LCM. So let us first find out the LCM of all these numbers. LCM of 35, 56 and 91, and we have just learned how to find out the LCM of all of them. And we have to find out a common factor, and we can very easily see that it is going by 7. We get 5, 8 and 13. We were getting a common factor for all the three, that was 7, and so this is the LCM, which is 7 into 5 into 8 into 13, and if you calculate 7 5s are 35 into 104, which becomes 3640. Now see, I have not touched the remaining this part of the question. I have just worked out a number which is divisible by all these three numbers. That means 3640. 3640 is divisible by all the three numbers. Alright? But we don't want a number which is exactly divisible. वो बोल रहे हैं I want a number which when divided by these number it is leaving remainder 4. Alright, so what we will do, that means this is exactly going, but 3640 plus 4, which is 3644, is the number which will leave remainder 4 in each case. Now you can see this with the help of a very small example. Suppose 14 is going by 7. We all know 7 2s are 14, right? But if I add 14 plus 3, it becomes 17. And if I divide 17 by 7, what will happen? 7 2s are 14, the remainder will be 3. That means 14 is exactly divisible, but 14 plus 3 will not be divisible. It will leave remainder 3. 14 plus 2 will be 16. It will not be divisible exactly by 7, but it will leave remainder 2. So if you want remainder 2, we can add 2. If you want remainder 6, we will add 6 to it, and the answer will be 20. If you divide this 20 by 7, 7 2s are 14, and the remainder is 6, right? So whatever remainder you want in the LCM, you can add that, and that will be the extra number which is added, and that is the remainder. Now if we look at this question, next question, find the greatest number that divides 18 and 54, leaving remainder 2 in this case. Now here again we have to find कि LCM का sum है या HCF है. First of all, it is greatest number that divides. अब देखो जो कि इसको इन दोनों numbers को divide कर दे, this we have to understand. Alright, और कोई भी number जो divide कर दे, that means we are talking about factor. So these are the two things. पहली चीज तो हमें हाईएस्ट नंबर चाहिए, मतलब वो फैक्टर होगा, HCF होगा. और दूसरी चीज है बाई चांस if a teacher has framed the question in such a way that she is not writing greatest or smallest, then obviously you will have to find out whether हमें फैक्टर निकालना है या मल्टीपल निकालना है. तो कोई भी नंबर जो इन दोनों नंबर्स को डिवाइड कर दे, obviously it should be a factor. Now that means we want a factor which divides these two numbers, but it should leave remainder 2. Here in this case the thing is different. We want a number which divides 18 also and 54 also, but it should leave 2 remainder. It means 18 में 2 ज़्यादा थे हैं और 54 में भी 2 ज़्यादा है. Alright? I want a number जो कि इन दोनों को डिवाइड कर दे और 2 रिमाइंडर भी बचा दे. इसका मतलब 18 में 2 ज़्यादा हैं. 2 is more in this 18 and 2 is more in 54. So in this case, we are going to subtract 2 from these numbers first. So 18 minus 2 becomes 16. And 54 minus 2 becomes 52. And now we are going to find out HCF of 16 and 52. So again, like I always say, I would prefer this division method. 16 3s are 48. The remainder is 4. 16 will be copied over here. 4 4s are 16. That means HCF is 4. That means when you divide 16 and 52 by 4, it will be exactly divisible. And when you divide 18 and 54 by 4, it will leave remainder 2. Therefore, the number which divides 18 and 54 leaving remainder 2 in both the cases, is 4. This is your answer. Now our last part, find the HCF of two consecutive numbers. Two consecutive number, if you want, let us see some examples of two consecutive number, 3 and 5, 5 and 6, sorry 3 and 5 नहीं, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 6 and 7, these are consecutive number और इनका HCF हमेशा 1 होगा. There won't be any other factor. So for two consecutive numbers, the answer is 1. For example, 3 comma HCF of 3 comma 4, 4 comma 5, 7 comma 8. In any case, you will find that the HCF will always be 1. If we look at the second question, 2 and any even number. Suppose HCF of 2 and any other even number, say 16. HCF will always be 2. 2 is the answer. For example, so here we have one answer, here we have answer 2. Now they are saying 6 and its multiple. What will be HCF of? HCF of 6 and its next multiple. 6 2s are 12. So what is the HCF of 6 and 12? The answer is 6. Highest common factor. Factor is 6. And 2 co-prime, I have already written. Co-prime numbers के definition से ही पता चलता है that the HCF of any two co-prime number is always 1. So that is all. Your homework is for today is this exercise 2.6, exercise 2.7. These are the 4 questions which you have to do. So that is all.